All right.
Oh, I don't want to look at myself. That doesn't.
Don't worry.
You're
gonna just see this.
That's weird. Okay, good. That's really, that would have bothered me.
Yeah. It would have made me uncomfortable. All right. This is the first episode of Highly Opinionated on Anchor Podcasts. Now, this podcast is mainly going to be about NBA basketball and other sports shit I want to talk about when I feel like talking about it. All right. So anyway, we're going to start off tonight with the Final Four preview. Michigan State and Texas Tech will be facing each other, and Virginia and Auburn. I believe that's on Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah. So I have Michigan State over Texas Tech and Virginia over Auburn. I'm not as into March Madness anymore as I was before because Duke's out and my brackets are all fucked. Yeah.
Watch out.
So, Antonio, what do you think is going to happen in this Final Four?
All right, let's start from the top. So I also have Michigan State winning. Well, number-wise, Texas Tech basically has the number one fucking defense, so they give up the least amount of points. Better defense efficiency. Yeah. Michigan State is better on every offensive stat I could throw down. Yeah. Texas Tech actually has the best overall player, Jared Culver. Have you ever heard of him? Look him up. He's pretty good.
Oh, so Jay Huff's not the best player?
No.
From Virginia?
No, different game. This dude's averaging 21.5 points, 6.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Yeah, different. He's going to be the difference maker. But regardless, Michigan State's going to win because they have experience.
Man, I thought they were going to lose like every game they played, and I'm so pissed that they're the ones to beat Duke because usually they're out so early every year.
Fuck Duke.
It was the battle against the Goliaths that get upset early in the tournament.
I hate that. But I wasn't not going to pick Duke this year on the off chance that they actually do go all the way because they have a God squad.
Yeah, Duke sucks. I'm sorry.
No, they do not.
Second matchup, Virginia against Auburn. You know what? Fuck it. Virginia's going to win. They've already proven everyone wrong.
They got Jay Huff.
They've proven everyone wrong that they can make it past the first round, so they might as well just fucking go to the championship game at this point. Arguably the second best defensive team, so they win every defensive stat I could fucking come up with against Auburn, who's the second best three-point shooting team. Kyle Guy, I hate him, but he's good at basketball, so I got to respect him. He will be the best player on the floor. Again, I do have Virginia winning, though. Yeah, don't care about the game regardless of who wins. I'm just going to pick Virginia because Auburn beat UNC, but I'll get into that later.
And Chad, what are your thoughts on the Final Four?
You guys start with Michigan State versus Texas Tech, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, coming off of the Elite Eight, I mean, Michigan State was able to knock off the Goliath and Zion Williamson and Duke, while Texas Tech got the solid win against Gonzaga, holding them under 70 points, I think, for the fourth time this year, which is one of the more impressive wins that they've had. Probably, actually, without a doubt, the most impressive win that they've had all year. And Texas Tech they have the best defense that's left in the entire tournament. And they also have the best player that's left in the entire tournament in Jared Culver. But Cassius Winston, I believe, is the second best player in the tournament. But I think that Texas Tech has too many players that they can throw at Cassius Winston in order to stop him. So I think Texas Tech's defense is going to be too much for Tom Izzo and the Spartans. And I think Texas Tech is a team that not many people had going this far. But I think they've proved themselves countless times. And I think that they're going to show why they deserve to be here. So I have Texas Tech winning that game. I'm thinking final score is going to be 74-72 Texas Tech.
Ooh, close game.
It's got to be a close game. At this point,
their defense will not allow that, like like Michigan State to like be away from them by more than like 6 points.
If they can hold Gonzaga under 70, I don't see why. I mean, I think 72. I think that's going to be a lot of points for Michigan State to score, but it's the Final Four. It's crazy.
I just think experience will give them the slight edge, but again, their defense is gross. It's ridiculous. So it'll be a 5-point game regardless. So
yeah, and then for Virginia versus Auburn, Virginia only allows opponents to take 52 field goals per game, while Auburn averages 61. They average that because they like to do a lot of run and gun offense, and they like to push in transitions with their up-tempo defense. But Virginia keeps their opponents to 29% shooting from three, while Auburn shoots 38 from three. And Bryce Brown and Jared Harper combined for 50 of the team's 77 points in the Elite Eight. So in order for Auburn to have a big win, I think that they'll need them to have another game just like that. But the last game against Kentucky with Auburn not having Chuma Akiki, I think it didn't really hurt them that time. But this week is when it really hurts, when they have to guard a player with the skill level of DeAndre Hunter, because DeAndre Hunter is probably the third best player left in this entire tournament. And Auburn really doesn't have anyone to throw at him. And so that's why I believe that I think Virginia is going to win handily against Auburn. I don't really see how Auburn is going to – because they rely so much on their defense to create turnovers. And Virginia is probably one of the most well-coached teams and just really well they don't make a lot of turnovers.
They're very disciplined.
Yeah, disciplined. That's what I'm looking for. They're a very disciplined team. So I don't really see how Auburn is ever going to be able to get their possible run to happen by pushing with the defense. So final score, I didn't think about this one. Maybe like Virginia 77, Auburn 66.
Oh,
yikes. Another thing I forgot to mention, Kyle Guy has been very inconsistent. The fact that they're this far with him being that inconsistent shows how good this team actually is this year compared to past years.
They're not going to lose to a 16th seed?
No. He's averaging 12.5, and that's like the first two games, I think he had like 10 points total. It was just atrocious. And then he blew up the last game. I think he had over 20. So, I mean, he doesn't even have to be the main guy. Like you said, RJ Hunter.
RJ Hunter.
I'm sorry, DeAndre Hunter. They got
RJ Hunter.
Jerome, whatever the hell his name is. I forget what his first name is.
As skill wise, would he even be good enough to play in college?
Dude, he's the team that led Georgia State to
It's a joke. He sucks.
Oh, I mean, he sucks now, but hell of a tournament run for him.
All right, now on to stuff. Whoa,
what the hell was that? What the fuck is going on?
Don't even look at it. It's fucking.
Okay, it's
Aaron.
I don't care.
Of course it is. Also, I'd like to mention this is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Oh God!
Shout out to Nick Larman.
Look at this shit. Aaron,
right.
if you're watching this, fuck you.
Well, all right, now I want to see it. What is it?
Just look up on your own phone, dude. I don't want to look at that
What
shit
the
again.
fuck? Get that? Oh.
All right.
Okay.
On to stuff I actually know about.
Yeah.
If you know me, you know I'm a big NBA guy, so we're going to move away from the college stuff, as that's what this podcast is mostly about. We're going to start on Westbrook's historic 20-point, 20-rebound, and 21-assist game. He did that as a tribute to Nipsey Hussle. If I'm saying that incorrectly, I'm sorry for butchering it.
You're good.
All right. I don't know too much about him, to be honest. I honestly didn't know about him until he died, and there was all the social media posts I saw on Instagram from LeBron James, Allen Iverson, you name it. All right, Aaron. Anyway, Nipsey Hussle apparently did a lot for Los Angeles. He was a reformed gangster.
That's where the 60s comes in. Rolling 60s. That was his faction as his faction of the Crips. But Nipsey really I mean, it was a huge performance. Obviously, Wilt was the only other person to ever do this, so it's a huge performance. But it's kind of like it's bigger than just the performance. The impact itself is bigger, just kind of like the ultimate tribute that Westbrook could do for someone that he was really close with, someone that he lost. So I think
both from LA.
Yeah, so I think that it's really the numbers, the actual stat line I don't even look at. I look at just like the 60. Like that's such a big deal, especially like in the community that's obviously the NBA is dominated by African American basketball players, and that's what kind of Nipsey focused on was like the lower economic like parts of Los Angeles or just any city, just trying to stop gang violence and just trying to bring communities together. So it's kind of that's what I took away from it. Hell of a performance, but a bigger meaning that is really just kind of just a beautiful tribute in his way that he was able to do.
Yeah, and I believe I don't know if the Thunder playing right now.
I'll let you know.
Because I saw something a little bit ago where it said Westbrook got like 3 assists. So I believe it was tonight in the current game. Like he at that point had 3 assists. Like
he like 3 games.
He clinched a triple double for the 3rd season in a row. That's insane.
Yeah, right now it's halftime against Pistons.
Yeah, and like I don't really give a shit what people say about like, oh, he's trying to pad stats and stuff like that. Like you average triple double 3 seasons in a row. That's insane. And like I don't get why people like just sweep it under the rug and be like, oh, it's like I don't understand why people just blow it off. That's insane. And no other player has ever done that. And there have been players in the league before that you could obviously see their stat patterns, but no one else has done this. Oscar Robertson did it for 1 or 2 seasons in the 60s.
Well, OKC wins 82% of their games when he gets a triple-double. So clearly, I mean, it's not like he's just stat padding. It's not like he's dropping 70 points in a fucking loss, you know, and celebrating a 70-point game. So it's really like so it's really not really stat padding that I see. I think it's just he's got to do what he's got to do to have his team win games. And if it's funny. And if that's the best way to do it, then fuck it, keep doing it.
You got anything to say on Westbrook?
You know, I'm not the biggest fan of him, but
good at basketball. I'll say that. I'm locking
good
in
at
right
basketball. Triple doubles are the newest thing now, and that's what he does. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
Yeah, that's true. Like you were saying, it's the newest thing. Like people want to. Obviously, stats are different now. Stats fluctuate after every single era. But there's something still to be said about being the best. Let's say right now people will say it's a stat padding era or whatever, but he's the best at it. So there's something still to be said about being the best at something. I mean, not everyone's out there averaging a triple-double, so that's impressive.
Yeah.
It's impressive regardless.
Until Ben Simmons averages 1 next year.
Oh, God.
Oh. That's bold. I'm just saying, until someone else does it, like I don't think you can really.
I feel like James Harden would be able to do it, but I don't think he gives. There's no reason for him to do that. He doesn't need to do it, I guess.
All right. So we're gonna move away from Westbrook, and we're gonna give our predictions on the regular season awards as the NBA is coming down to where most teams have 3 or 4 games left. And we're gonna start with obviously the most important award, the NBA MVP award. I personally believe, and this is kind of unpopular, but what James Harden did this season, how many games in a row was it with 30 plus? It was like
32?
I don't remember.
30.
It was a lot.
Yeah, like he passed Kobe's for second place in that streak. I think Wilt has like 100.
Yeah.
32, I'm a fucking genius. You heard it here.
Wow.
Yeah, but like I was just like
impressive.
James Harden, he shot 44% from the field, 36.5% from 3, averaging 7.5 assists, 6.5 rebounds. And he led his team to 51 wins so far on the season, with Chris Paul being out for 24 games. So yeah, the Bucks have a better record.
And Capella. That's big.
Capella was out for a while too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that is true.
This team has not been healthy.
For so long. When they're together, when they play together, I think they've only lost
like 3 games.
Yeah, and say not even double-digit games. So that shows like, man, those guys got to get healthy. They got to stay healthy, and who knows what could happen.
Yeah. So Now, I do see the argument for why Giannis should be MVP, and I think it's a fair argument. But at the same time, I could not imagine the Rockets' record if they're healthy. I feel like they'd have the best record in the NBA without a doubt, higher than the Bucks. They'd probably have like at least 62, 63 wins by now. What's your MVP, Antonio?
Oh, I also have James Harden for basically everything you named off. I honestly don't have much to add, to be honest. Yeah, if they were healthy, they'd be the best team in the league. And MVP usually goes to whoever team has the best record, the best player essentially gets MVP. But unfortunately, this team has not been healthy for like 80% of the season. So, but his year, it's just phenomenal. So, I mean, I just have to give it to him.
It's MJ and Kobe-like. It's insane.
It's not fair, actually. It's just, I'd feel bad if you had to guard him.
Yeah, I think.
Can you give me my lemonade?
Yep.
I'm a bit thirsty.
And Chad, who do you have?
Well, I mean, if I had to vote, I'd vote Harden for the reasons previously stated. But we know how it is. We know what happens. Every single year, it's going to go the best player on the best team. So, although I think Harden, nowadays, it's not about the biggest impact player. It's more about who's the best on the best. Exactly. So that's why Giannis will win it.
Yeah, I think Giannis will win it, but I think
Westbrook
will
won
vote for James Harden.
Yeah, but you couldn't turn down the triple-double. That had way too much media attention.
Yeah, that's
something that's at that point was unheard of. Like, it's just, oh my God, that's actually possible to happen again. So you couldn't really stray away from that, So, I mean, like, you look back, like, Derrick Rose, like, when he got MVP, like, all the numbers pointed towards LeBron getting MVP. But
I'm sorry, but LeBron joined a team with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, whereas Rose did not have half the amount of talent that Bulls team was really good, but when you join Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh versus having Carlos Boozer join your team, I'm sorry, Rose deserved that MVP, and I will stick by that. I will die preaching that.
All right.
Sorry, Dwight Howard. Sorry, LeBron James. You got outplayed that season.
All right.
Until the Eastern Conference Finals.
All right, moving on.
All right, so Chad, you want to lead us off on your Rookie of the Year candidate?
Ben Simmons said it best. What? Luka, because he's a better player. Luka, without a doubt. I'm betting all my money in Luka. He's gonna get Rookie of the Year. I said it before the season. I'm gonna finish saying it. Luka, better than Trae Young. Trae's having a hell of a second half of his rookie year, but maybe if he started like that, it'd be a different story. But a lot of other rookies are having great second halves after the All-Star break. Look at Colin Sexton, Marvin Bagley, Mitch Robinson's been playing great. DeAndre Ayton's been playing great. All these rookies are playing great in the second half. Luka's been playing great since the beginning, and he's only improved since the beginning. So I mean, it's hard to. I understand the media hype over Trae Young now because if he goes out and gets 25 and 8, it's wow, he got 25 and 8. If Luka goes out and gets 25 and 8, it's like I've seen this.
We expect him to do something like that at this point.
Yeah, the NBA just wants another Stephen Curry, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, Antonio, your input?
Yeah, I got Doncic as well. Not a huge numbers guy, but literally he is leading in every stat except like assists, I believe. So it just makes sense. And yeah, he's been better the entire year. Whereas again, oh Jesus, Trae Young has had a better second half, but Doncic has been solid the entire year. So
yeah, I'm also gonna have to go with Luka on that one. The impact he's made for the Mavericks, like I haven't seen a rookie come into the league and impact a team that much. I can't even think of the last rookie that's impacted, like, because the Mavs were terrible last year.
Around was fine.
Okay, but you know how long ago that was? That was back in 2004.
Some say it was 2003.
2003, 2004 season, yeah. So the way Luka's impacted the Mavericks, yeah, they're not in the playoffs, but for a good portion of the season, they're like a fringe
They
team.
didn't look bad for once.
Yeah, I know.
They looked relevant for a little bit.
So and that's in the West. West is the toughest conference in the NBA. Whereas Trae Young started off the season kind of slow, and like he had good games in between and stuff like that. But you'd have to see a game where he shot like 20% and had like 10 points, whereas Luka consistently had like a very solid stat line game after game after game, and the Mavericks were.
It was right out of the gate. There was no, he started out slow, and then eventually it was literally one of the first games he dropped. I don't even know what the number was, but it was just.
Yeah. You're a genius if you predicted that.
Yeah,
which I am.
Now I will say I thought Trae Young was going to underwhelm, so I was wrong early in the season. He's actually playing really well, and I was like, I made a frantic video about the Bulls. Please, like, don't draft Trae Young, which they did not. But I mean, I'm happy with Wendell Carter Jr., but I guess Trae Young wouldn't have been too bad now.
Well, once you get John Morant, all the pieces will fall together.
Yeah, and then we're fine. So it's all a part of the plan, Jared.
Yes, it is. Yeah, but I don't like this whole hype train towards Trae Young at the end of the season for Rookie of the Year. Like, yeah, you played well, but someone else has been playing fantastic the entire season. All right, Defensive Player of the Year, Antonio. Who do you got?
I got Rudy Gobert, and that might be a shock to most people. It was between him and Paul George for me, but Gobert has the higher defensive plus minus.
Surprise! What the fuck?
Why, you're surprised?
No, I said, why would you say it's a surprise?
Oh, I just feel like everyone just looking at media and shit. Everyone's saying
the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. What a shock that he does it again.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like a lot of people are saying Paul George, which I could see why.
6 weeks ago, Paul George was leading, but now fucking Paul George played like ass the past couple of weeks. He don't show that shit.
Yeah,
we're not going to talk about
it's Gobert. It's Gobert.
All-Star break hangover.
2 blocks a game, 9 defensive rebounds a game, damn near a steal of a game, dude. He's the fucking anchor of one of the best fucking defensive teams.
He's so underrated
in the NBA. I mean, I hate watching him play offense.
Yes,
it fucking hurts my eyes. But when you're on one of the best defensive teams, it's like the fucking MVP thing. If you're the fucking best on the best, you fucking get the award. He's the best defensive player and one of the best defensive teams. Give him the fucking award for the rest of his career. Fuck it.
Question for you, Chad. Is he a top 14 player in the NBA?
Fuck no.
All right, good.
14. What the fuck? Who came up with that?
I saw this thing on Twitter over the summer. Damian Lillard retweeted something saying because he wasn't on the top 14 list, and it was a weird list. Rudy Gobert was in it.
Clearly.
And I'm like, don't worry about I tweeted at him don't worry about Damian Lillard.
I remember you doing that actually.
Rudy Gobert's in the top 14 list. It's not a good list anyway. And Rudy Gobert liked my tweet.
Yeah.
But
that's a big motherfucker I would not mess with.
Well, luckily he's in Utah. Well, I was actually in LA, so he was kind of close compared to Illinois. But.
Fuck Utah. and fuck your fans.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah. That's another.
They don't deserve for us to talk about them.
I just take solace in seeing that picture of Michael Jordan shooting the last dance shot, and you see all the looks on their faces because they know it's going in. That's what they get. Also, I do have Rudy Gobert as my Defensive Player of the Year, and it was between him and Giannis for me. But all right, so for the Sixth Man of the Year.
It's the fucking Lou Will Award, all right?
Yeah.
It's not the Sixth Man of the Year. We don't even have to talk about it.
We're not talking
It's not the Sixth Man of the Year award. It's the Lou Will Award. It's fucking Lou Will till the day he dies.
The Lou Will Foundation.
It's fucking Lou Will. Next fucking award.
I will add this in there. I'm
it's
gonna
Lou
throw
Will.
it in.
It's
I have
Lou
to
Will.
throw it in. You know me. I have to throw it in.
I know Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Derrick Rose.
It's Lou
for a
Will.
while.
It's Lou Will.
I know it's Lou Will. And he played more games than Rose, and Rose's stats kind of dropped off, whereas Lou Williams' stats exploded in the second half of the season.
Good at basketball.
Rose had a legit shot at that. I'll give Derrick Rose that.
And it's gone.
I will say that Derrick Rose made you think for a couple seconds,
he's back.
Damn
it. It's a little longer than a couple.
No, not saying that he's back, because clearly he's damn near back, but a little bit. You're like, damn,
Yes.
is he the sixth man of the year? Nah, but it made you think about it. Him and Dinwiddie, they were teasing us for a little bit.
Spencer Dinwiddie's been playing really well this season.
Yeah, well, it's fucking Lou Will.
Right.
Oh, another one we can skip over. Coach of the year. I mean, between
Best
two
on
people,
the best. Best on the best. Best
but
on the best.
again,
But Budenholzer deserves it. I mean, he came into a new organization.
yes,
They have like 60. Well, I think 59 wins currently.
they have 59.
Yeah, I mean,
now. They're going to end with 60, 61.
He won when he was with the Hawks too. I mean, it's not a shock.
No,
the only other coach you could say is coach of the year is Mike Malone.
Yeah,
but sorry,
but that's kind of like the same thing I was saying about Derrick Rose. For a little bit, you're like, damn, like the Bucks are being coached really well, but I'm not really used to the Nuggets being coached this well, so maybe they might be onto something. And then you're like, wait a second. This guy is so much better than him. It's fun. It's fucking fun.
Yeah. All right. So then our last major award of the season, we're going to talk about the most improved player. And let me tell you, the NBA had a lot of surprise players taking major steps. Antonio, who is your MIP?
I got Pascal Siakam. He has improved his points per game by 10, I want to say.
Yes.
That's quite good, I'd have to say.
Yeah, some would say that's very impressive.
And that's literally all I need to say about him. You improve 10 points per game. No one is – the next closest, I think, is like 7 or 8 by someone. I don't remember who.
I think Buddy Hield increased his by 9 or something like that.
I think that's what you said.
And Zach LaVine was like 8. I'm trying to think who they're.
I don't know. But Siakam, I mean, I literally had no idea who he was last year, and now he's almost a household name at this point. So
yeah, well, at least for like your general NBA fan.
I was thinking of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's an all-star now.
Yeah,
but
Yeah. Siakam's stats jumped 10 points per game, jumped up an assist. He improved his free throw shooting by 16%, his three-point shot by 14%, and added 4% onto his field goal completion percentage.
It's Spicy P, man. He helps that Raptors team so much. I don't know how good the Raptors would be without his jump this year. He's third best player on that team. I mean, with this
best?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Man of Kyle Lowry, you ever heard of him?
Yeah, but what about Marcus Gasol?
This year,
I know what he's done for them specifically.
I just saw a stat the other day that like with whenever he's on the court, he like the Raptors outscore teams by like an average of 16 points a game.
Who are you talking about?
Gasol.
Oh,
so like he does what he needs to do in 30 minutes. But for this award, I'm not going to be pissed off either way if it's D'Lo or if it's. The thing is, if the Nets don't make the playoffs, that's the main thing right now that's propelling his MIP race is saying, hey, this guy's leading them to the playoffs. So it's Spicy P's not leading them. I mean, he's part of the leaders.
If they don't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But so I'm saying, if they make the playoffs, it's a little interesting. If they don't, I think it's spicy.
Yeah, D'Angelo Russell will be a god in Brooklyn if they make the playoffs, because I didn't expect the Nets to be rid of the all the turmoil after that Paul Pierce Kevin Garnett trade. I thought they're gonna be screwed for at least like.
Hey, don't forget Terry was in that trade, I believe.
Gerald Wallace.
Yeah,
no, Gerald Wallace not there.
No, Gerald Wallace went to the Celtics, but that was like I think his last full season in the NBA. So it was like Gerald Wallace, Marshawn Brooks.
Oh yeah. He went there. So yeah, you're talking about the Gerald Wallace, Marshawn Brooks trade, right?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Take a sip to that.
And we all thought the Celtics got the bad end of the deal.
They got fleeced.
All right.
No one fucking expected the Nets to be fucking bad for the rest of eternity. At this point, we're like, yeah, that's gonna be nice. You got the 29th pick. Great. No, it's fucking 1, 2, 3. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like Jason Tatum and Kyle Kuzma, all those picks developed into. And
yeah.
Who else? Jaylen Brown.
Colin Sexton.
Yeah, Colin Sexton. All right. On to the NBA playoffs. Again, as we said, Three
I
or
didn't do
four,
anything for this one.
3 or 4 games are left on the schedule for most teams. And in the East especially, there's a race for a lot of teams. The West is already locked up. They just have to figure out the final seeding for the teams. But the East, there are 5 teams, although I'm sure at this point the Hornets might have been eliminated. I'll have to double check.
I think so. I'm not positive.
So let's just assume there are 4 teams because realistically every team, like the Magic, Nets, and Heat would have to lose like every game for the Hornets to have a chance.
Yeah.
So, yes, there are 4 teams still kind of competing for a seed, which is the Pistons, the Magic, the Nets, and the Heat. Now, I'm going to list off my teams, like what seeds I think they're going to finish in. I have the Bucks in the first. They already, I think, have it locked. Raptors in second. Sixers in third. Boston Celtics in fourth. The Indiana Pacers in 5. I'm surprised they didn't sink any lower. They played pretty well towards the end of the season without Victor Oladipo after he went down. Detroit Pistons are going to hold on to the 6th seed. The Magic are going to hop over the Heat and the Nets and steal the 7th. And the Nets are barely going to hold on to keep the 8th. What's your Eastern Conference looking like, Antonio?
I changed one thing. I have Miami sneaking in for the 8th spot.
I hope you're right, but I hope the Magic don't make it and the Nets and the Heat do make it.
Dwayne Wade has to make the playoffs one more time.
Yeah, I'm not ready to let
I think the Nets are going to screw up, and they're going to fall from 7th to 9th, and Miami's going to squeak in just so Dwayne Wade can do is make the playoffs one more time.
We should get Coors to sponsor us.
They actually, yeah, Coors does sponsor us.
Yeah, every time we crack open a beer, we get $5.
Yeah.
Don't worry, this isn't big enough. They can't sue us. They don't know we exist.
No.
Yeah, we're sponsored by Coors, so Highly Opinionated sponsored by Coors Light.
Why would Coors sue us if we're giving them free advertising?
Because we just said they're advertising, and they're not.
Yeah.
I'm
False
not
advertising.
allowed to.
Did you make a list or no?
I slipped past my mind, but no, without looking at anything, Jarrett's is right. The Heat have way too hard of a schedule.
Naturally, I would be right.
Yeah, so the Heat have way too hard of a schedule coming up. So, I mean, I don't really see how they squeak out the wins that are needed.
You watch.
I mean, it'd be awesome.
The worst.
I'd love to watch Dwayne Wade get swept in the playoff series.
Why would you want to see him get swept? Oh,
They fucking will get swept.
Yeah, no, I get it. I thought you meant that maliciously. I'm like, what do you have against Dwayne Wade?
If the Nets make it, that's young,
they could
hungry
make it a
team
little interesting
versus a team that really doesn't got that experience, you know? So, I mean,
barely experience.
Yeah. And what the worst part about the whole Heat situation is we won't even get to see Dwayne Wade's final home game. It's not televised. TNT's televising the Celtics Magic instead.
Oh yeah,
Celtics Wizards.
Yes.
Oh, Celtics Wizards.
Yeah, it's that game.
What's the difference? And that's even worse actually, because the Magic are competing for a playoff spot and the Wizards are eliminated already.
Correct.
So yeah. So how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to list the West next, or predict like who do you think's going to win the next round after round after round?
I just go on to the West.
Go on to the
I
West.
don't feel like doing that.
All right. So
It'll take too long.
I have the Warriors.
Well, it's already set, ain't it?
The West?
Yeah.
They have all 8 teams locked in, but the seeding's not set.
To see,
yet.
like, people can jump, like, 4 spots or whatever.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight for the most part.
Yeah.
At least, like, the top
Because
4 or 5 teams, they can move around a
the
lot.
top 3 can all pass each other. Actually, I think the Blazers are also close enough.
They're like one behind Houston, I want to say.
Actually, the top
They are one behind
5
Houston.
teams are interchangeable.
They
Almost.
are.
Except I don't think the Jazz can jump into first.
The way it is right now is the way it will end.
Oh, you think that's how it's going to be?
Warriors, Nuggets, Rockets, Trailblazers, Jazz, Clippers, Thunder, Spurs. Without a doubt.
I have Spurs
Mine's
ahead of
different,
OKC.
actually.
That's the only difference.
I do have Warriors in first, but I have the Rockets passing the Nuggets. I have the Blazers in fourth, Jazz in fifth, Clippers in sixth, Spurs in seventh, and Thunder in eighth. I think the Thunder are going to drop back down to the 8th seed.
Yeah.
They have a kind of a tough schedule.
They do.
Out.
Their schedule's tougher
And
than
the
the Spurs. So.
The Spurs are facing like the Knicks and the Cavs. So
Spurs, yeah, they play like one decent team. The rest is it's literally laughable.
Did the Spurs lose to the Knicks earlier in the year? Just saying.
Yeah, they did. I was actually watching that game. That's like the one Knicks game I watched this year.
Yeah, but Coach Pop, he's fresh. He only coached like 63 seconds, so he's fresh now.
Oh, yeah, he's all ready to go for the next game. He's well rested.
Well rested.
All right.
R.I.P. Mrs. Popovich.
Yes.
That's sad.
Yeah. All right, so we'll move on, and we're going to talk about the Lakers and LeBron James. LeBron James was shut down by the team last week, as there's really no point in playing LeBron anymore this season.
Continue.
Wow.
This guy is the worst, man.
So, LeBron's still not fully 100%, most people believe, after his groin injury. What, it was in December?
Should have been out 6 months.
6 months.
Instead, he was out only 6 weeks.
That takes heart.
Give him the Nobel Peace Prize.
That takes heart.
I'm sorry. I don't know how much heart, good for him for coming back, but I don't know how much heart he put into the end of that season.
He couldn't, man. It's growing.
Yeah.
Dude, the team sucks.
Oh, yeah. It's built pretty bad. I mean.
And they weren't healthy.
They don't have any shooters. The best, I looked at the stats, if you're shooting at least 5 threes a game, I think, I don't know who it is, but some player on the team is attempting 5.2 threes a game. And that's like the highest 3-point field goal attempts. Anyone that's shooting above 5 threes a game on the Lakers, the best shooting percentage is 35%.
It's not awful.
That's your best shooter attempting for a 3-point shooter in the NBA. If you're attempting 5 threes, I would consider you a shooter. But if you're connecting on 35%, that's your highest.
That's some Doug McDermott numbers right there. 5 attempts a game, 35%.
But do you want Doug McDermott numbers?
No, you fucking don't, dude. No. Fuck Doug McDermott.
No.
Yeah, it cost us Gary Harris.
Good in college, not good in NBA.
So, what do you think is going to happen this summer with the Lakers?
I don't fucking know, dude. Lakers are fucking
I don't
weird.
think the Lakers know what's going on.
I don't know what the fuck's going on, dude. Either everyone's going there or no one's fucking going there. They're fucking getting Kevin Durant, Kawhi, Clay, whoever the fuck. Or they're going to fucking getting Vucevic and
AD.
Marco Bellinelli.
AD, dude. Clutch sports, dude.
Is Vucevic a free agent?
Yeah.
Oh. That'd be good for the Lakers if they got him. And that'd suck for the Magic because they lost another.
They're not going to fucking.
Dude, they got Mobamba, dude. They're good.
They'd be dumbass.
Why don't they need to move on from Vucevic, even though he got an All-Star? And
should have fucking traded. They should have traded him this year. They're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Oops. Hey, it happens.
Yeah, I don't think the Lakers are going to get really anyone. They're going to have to. I
still think there's a chance to get AD. I think there's almost zero chance for anyone else.
There's no way the Pelicans trade with them. Not a chance.
I don't know, man.
Well, actually, if David Griffin comes in and they actually let David Griffin do what he wants to do, because I heard he's been linked to the job, I could see him being like, well, this is stupid that you have a stigma against the Lakers. I'm making this trade because it's the best trade we're going to do.
Dude, it's because he's friends with LeBron, all right? So that's the only reason they're going to fucking do it.
It's a conspiracy theory. LeBron is getting him the Pelicans job, so he'll trade AD to the Lakers. All right. So let's stop recording. Oh, it stops at a half hour.
What a guy.
Wow. That is
am I supposed to read it? Wow. Now they need to add this guy on Facebook.
So, for all those watching live, I'm doing a podcast, so we do things differently here. And I realized that Anchor only records up to half an hour, so I guess I got to clip everything. Now, I guess I know that now. So, this first episode on Anchor is going to be a little wonky. All right. So for the rumor mill, this is going to be the start of the rumor mill section where we talk about rumors going on in the NBA and other sports if I feel like it, but tonight it's just NBA. So I saw in a report, according to Rick Busher of Bleacher Report, that Durant is done with the Warriors and that he will be gone and go into the Knicks.
Fuck the Knicks, dude. You'd be a dumbass to go to that shitty-ass organization.
It's gross.
James Dolan's, he's a fucking idiot, dude. He's a dickhead. Why the fuck would you want your boss to be that man who doesn't even give a fuck about the actual team, just gives a fuck about a dollar sign.
Yep.
Fuck James Dolan. Fuck the Knicks.
Knicks fucking suck at life.
As you're wearing a Jeremy Lin Knicks jersey.
Well, this is fucking awkward. You're right.
Linsanity.
Yeah,
Glad that lasted a few
it's
months.
fucking Linsanity, all right? It's not the fucking.
Yeah, Purdy's been having a good year this year.
I don't know. I have not.
I was kidding. He's not.
I think he's on the Raptors.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yes.
I kind of forgot he was on the Raptors. For a second, I thought he was still on the Hawks.
He's just kind of there.
Yeah.
I
Honestly,
don't think he's having like a horrible year, but just not like no one cares about him,
It's a horrible year.
Is it? Is it worse than I thought?
7 points a game. 2.5
How many
rebounds.
minutes? How many minutes?
19 minutes. So in 19 minutes, he's got 7 points, 2.5 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 38 from the field.
oh,
So it is worse than I thought.
Oh, it gets worse. And 21.6 from 3.
what is he even doing out on the court?
Like
What is he doing if he's not shooting
taking up space.
I mean, he's never really been like a.
or scoring the
Shooter.
basketball? What? You can't have Jeremy Lin.
He's
and
playing.
have-
He's probably playing behind Fred VanVleet, dog. Shot the 0-5.
Hell yeah.
But I do kind of understand why Durant is going to the Knicks, because Kevin Durant, I think he's kind of got like this whole thing where he wants people to like him. And he's not going to be like, people won't really care about him in Golden State the way they do about Steph Curry. So if Durant goes to the Knicks and he does something there, they're going to love him forever.
How
Okay,
the hell is he going to do anything?
Okay, well, if
Him and Dennis Smith, bro.
if a franchise gets Kevin Durant, that's enough to change your fortunes.
The Knicks will find a way to fuck it up.
I disagree with that because, I mean, if franchise got LeBron, didn't really change their fortune.
Okay, but then again, LeBron's playing in the West where Durant would be moving east side.
That is true.
So,
Dude, that organization
But
sucks.
Again,
I
that
know.
organization
Okay.
will find a way to fuck up.
but to some people,
They'll be like, you know what? We don't need that.
the Knicks, I don't know why, because they haven't been good since the 90s and they haven't been super successful since the 70s.
Melo!
I was going to say, dude, Melo. They almost made the
Oh,
playoffs
for
once.
2
Or
seasons?
I think they made the playoffs
Or they
once.
were a
Could be
really
wrong.
good team.
What?
That's
What?
not consistent.
Fucking like 3 times.
I thought Melo's only been in the playoffs like once. Like
Western
the
the
last-
Knicks?
Conference Finals, you're thinking, dog. You think he's only been in the Western Conference Finals once.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I know.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like the Knicks, they still have draw, and there's rumors that Kyrie Irving is going to be linked to the Knicks if Durant goes there. I think both are stupid if they go to the Knicks. Honestly, Durant would be smarter if he went to the Clippers, because I
Yes.
think Kawhi's staying in Toronto. So
I think Kawhi's going to either stay there or go to the Clippers.
Stop.
Clippers is looking like a team that's like,
more for this.
you know what?
Like, that's
Maybe I will give it a try. They're
Yeah.
looking fantastic.
like literally
Big surprise this
the
year.
Clippers literally are a team waiting for a superstar. They have everything you could.
The door is
ever
open.
need.
Please, someone come in. We don't care who it is.
Please play for us.
Someone.
All right. So, the next little bit of news. According to some random reporter in a video, Steph Curry has a disease.
Yes.
blurry vision.
Oh, it's a tragedy. I just
Keep him
suffer.
in your prayers. I started a GoFundMe. Please donate to help save Stephen Curry's eyes.
It's a disease. It affects even people like me.
millions of Americans are affected every year.
It's horrible. I wake up. It's blurry. It's awful. I have to put on these things called glasses. They don't cost a whole lot. It's horrible. I feel really bad for him.
Steph Curry is an asshole. Biggest dickhead in sports history. If you shoot that fucking well with even the slightest thing wrong with your eyes, fuck off.
I think he's shooting like 48.7%.
Fuck you.
He got his.
Fuck you, Steph Curry. Come on the podcast. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about your disease.
All right. Now, I hate talking about this family, but I just found this story so ridiculous and so funny that I had to throw it in there.
Here we go.
So Alonzo Ball left his agent. I think it's somewhat linked to the whole Alan Foster situation where he took like $1.5 million of his money.
Small donation.
So Lonzo Ball is currently fielding for new agents, and guess who's the head of that search?
My guess is Rich Paul.
Who is it?
LeVar Ball.
Oh yeah.
See,
I thought you meant head of leading
no.
candidate.
Yeah. So I thought like when the whole big baller brand thing fell down and like Lonzo Ball like stopped using like he covered up his big baller brand tattoo. He stopped following.
Yo,
stopped
dude,
wearing
we gotta
shoes.
talk more about that. You can't just go over that. That fucking cover up tattoo job is the worst. Have you seen it?
The dice,
Dude, have you seen it?
yes.
Have you seen it?
Yes.
That is the worst tattoo job I've ever fucking seen.
I mean, I didn't look too into it.
Dude,
I'd
glanced
rather
at it,
have
but-
shitty dice on my arm
you
than
seen it?
3Bs.
Come here, look at
It. I mean, it's not great, but it's better than having the big baller brand logo on your skin.
No, that's part of the story, dude. This shit.
It's
Actually,
just,
that is actually atrocious.
What the fuck is up with this dice?
I mean, you guys can't see a picture, but go look up Lonzo Ball tattoo cover up.
Did
if you're
Stevie
listening
Wonder
right
fucking
now.
make that tattoo? What the fuck is that?
Did fucking Steph Curry with his eye disease do that
No,
tattoo?
he did it without his contact lenses. I'm telling you.
How are you that fucking rich and you get that as dude? That is
He might have to cover up that tattoo.
And the best part is
get rid of the fucking arm.
like you can't
Cut the whole thing off.
you can't even say like it's a
Like,
style because
How?
it doesn't match the style of the other tattoo. That's
Dude,
it's covering.
it's just badly done.
So anyway, getting back on track with the whole Lonzo Ball story. I thought Lonzo was getting out from under his father's like overbearingness. Nope. LeVar Ball is in control of negotiations, and according to Chris Haynes of Yahoo Sports, he says that representatives, when they found out LeVar Ball was involved with the search, that they became uninterested with representing Lonzo Ball, strictly because of his father. LeVar Ball, according to Haynes, is asking all these candidates to be Lonzo's agent if, at some point, they believe they can get all three of his sons onto the same team. He's still trying to go after that. It's you can't make this up. It's ridiculous. Like,
What a
I
guy.
died when I saw this.
Father of the year.
I mean, LaMelo's probably going to make the league,
Yeah, you should.
He's going
most
to
likely.
likely. He's way too good not to.
but LiAngelo? What is LiAngelo even doing right now?
Stealing glasses. I'm sorry. For Steph Curry.
Yeah. Well, if anything, the only way he's going to make it on
Go back to that
guy
picture.
is kissing
What the
someone's
fuck
ass. So I just think it's crazy. What is that? Oh, is that
Tupac with X's hair.
Oh, I've seen it all now. Oh, yep. So that's what I have to say on the entire Ball family story. I hope, and it was so nice for a while. We didn't see anything about them in the news other than like Lonzo's just general NBA talk like any player. So I hope after this story, this dies away because I'm done giving energy to this family more than I have to. And that is the end of that segment. We're going to start with locker room talk coming up in a sec. So do you want to just break into what it is when I start the recording?
Sure.
I don't know why it doesn't stay on the Yeti.
I don't know, man. I don't make the rules. All right, this is a segment I like to call Locker Room Talk. Basically, I talk what's on my mind or anything that I would bring up in the locker room just to shoot the shit with a random person or a friend of mine. So first thing I came up with is an all-NBA street fight team. Come on, man. An all-NBA street fight team. So, and I did by position. This one's kind of easy. I got Westbrook. I mean, he'll beat the shit out of anyone. Shooting guard was kind of tough. A lot of people I had in my mind. I got Jimmy Butler. He's been in a few scuffles, but the one that's hilarious to me is him and Nene a couple years ago. They almost
2014 first round of the playoffs.
give him 3 more seconds, and there was going to be hands, but the bench is cleared, and they kind of got away from each other. But LeBron, he never has actually been in an actual fight. He just kind of gets angry at people, and bitches and moans about shit, but that's only because he's such on a high pedestal. Like, you can't be like basically the face of basketball essentially and be in a fight. Like, that just looks so bad. And he has too many fans and young kids that look up to him. Like, you can't be doing that shit. So, but he's tough as shit. So, power forward, I got Ibaka. I am terrified of this man. If this dude was charging at me, I would literally I'd have to just shoot myself because I don't want to endure the pain that man could probably cause to me.
Congo.
Yes, he's from the Congo. Those people are tough as shit. A couple highlights of him fighting is Marquise Chris literally put him in chokehold, which was hilarious. And another time, Robin Lopez hit the ball from him, and he got pissed off and just punched him right in the face. It was so funny. And then at center, I got Boogie, stuck between him and Joel Embiid. But Boogie's a dangerous man. I mean, all you got to do is tee him up, and you don't know what's going to happen next. I got a nice sixth man is James Johnson. Oh, he's a black belt in karate. So that's all I need to say. He's a bad motherfucker too. Do you want to do yours?
Yeah, I'll go next. I do agree with your point guard. I have Westbrook because that man's a human firecracker, and I feel like he's a few racist comments away from just going apeshit on somebody. I mean,
he might be the next Malice in the Palace. Like, he will be that guy.
I don't legitimately see Westbrook jumping into the stands.
He's gonna beat the shit out of that wife.
But I'm saying,
dude.
Beat the shit out of you and your wife.
I feel like the next time he plays in Utah, something's gonna happen.
If you say something racist, all bets are off. Whatever happens to you happens to you.
Dude, let's pray to God, dude. If they fucking meet up in the playoffs,
Westbrook is gonna happen.
Westbrook is gonna be oh my!
It's gonna happen.
Westbrook's gonna get suspended if they.
It's gonna happen. They're just gonna postpone the game. Be like, you know what?
Utah's gonna end up fucking giving a lifetime ban to every fucking player. They're gonna be handing out fucking cards at the end, like you're banned, you're banned, you're banned.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm just in a street fight. Westbrook's on my team. Now my shooting guard, you guys might not like this one so much, but I like his just his spirit. I feel like though he's gonna get his ass kicked just because he's gonna start stuff.
So you don't want him on your street fight team?
No, I do. Because I feel like he's not going to be afraid of anybody. So,
sounds like he can't hold his own.
Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart's in every single fight the Celtics are involved in. That guy does not back down from anyone. He'll throw a ball at somebody. He doesn't give a shit.
You really talked that up. We both, yeah, sure.
Oh, I thought it'd be a little.
I mean, as long as you're not picking Ryan Anderson. I mean,
Ryan Anderson's a power forward.
I'm just in general. I'm just saying.
I don't think anyone would pick Ryan Anderson.
That's the point. Continue.
I wouldn't even pick him for my roster just for a team.
Continue.
So my small forward, I got Giannis. Now Giannis, he's
got the reach, man. He's got the reach.
Remember when he leveled Mike Dunleavy in the 2015 playoffs?
That's Mike Dunleavy.
I mean, yeah, okay, it's Mike Dunleavy, skinny little white dude, but still.
We're not trying to get into this on the first show.
Well, I'm saying Mike Dunleavy's not a big guy, but still, Giannis, he'll get into scrap. I've seen clips. He gets into scraps. He gets into fights. He's huge this year, and the reach on him,
dude,
if you're punching Giannis at the same time he's punching you, he's gonna get to your face first, and you're never gonna touch him.
I picture the stereotypical either big brother, big bully, where you're just holding him on the head, and the person just because they can't reach him because his arms are 10 feet long.
Yeah. You're not going to touch Giannis, and that's why Giannis is on my street fight team.
All right.
At power forward, I also had this. Serge Ibaka, probably the scariest guy in the NBA. Chad is shocked.
No, I'm not fucking paying attention.
It's a joke. Serge Ibaka, I also wrote down Marquise Chris and Robin Lopez specifically for those reasons, so I won't go much more into that. My center, this is a bit of a homer pick. I'm going to go with Joakim Noah. Joakim Noah will pick a fight with anyone that wrongs him, whether it's LeBron or the refs in Sacramento or DeMarcus Cousins. I feel like if you Joakim Noah is all about peace and love at times with his whole Rock My Drop organization. But I feel like if Joakim unfiltered, he would kick the shit out of somebody, and it'd be interesting to see. I know you guys wouldn't like that.
I think
because-
Boogie will kill him.
Well, I figured you guys would pick Boogie, so that was too safe. So I didn't want to pick Boogie. So
We picked him for a fucking reason. We don't want to die. If we're in a fight, I want to be fucking safe.
I think my team.
Joe King's a team player. I know he's gonna have my back. So
He might have your back. He's gonna fucking not protect it though.
I'm confident.
Boogie's gonna fucking punch through
him and
through
hit
you.
Continue. 6 man.
All right, so my 6th man, also kind of a homer pick, but it's a good pick.
I hope so.
I got Bobby Portis. Here's why. Bobby Portis punched his way out of Chicago, and he punched Nikola Mirotic's ticket out too, which was the greatest thing that happened to the Bulls in like the last 5 years was Nikola Mirotic leaving. Glad he's gone.
Yeah, I heard he's really bad on the Pelicans right now.
He's on.
Thank God he's off.
Well, he's on the Bucks.
He's on the Bucks right now.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Well, he did good on the Pelicans. And,
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he's been hurt.
I haven't
so
heard anything about him.
He's been hurt on and off
hurt.
on the Bucks. I don't really count him on the Bucks because he's just been hurt and stuff.
But so I got Bobby Portis, cracked Nikola Mirotic in the face. I want that man as my 6th man. Chad.
All the players you guys mentioned are all players that I considered, but what I came up with was at my 1, Patrick Beverly.
Oh, I thought about him.
Does not care about life. Just doesn't care about it. So I'm not really. He's gonna die on the basketball court one of these days.
Correct.
At my 2, I had to go Jimmy just because he's got the resume. James Johnson, fucking psychotic and has a black belt, so he's not just fucking psychotic. He's fucking trained.
He's a trained psychotic.
Yeah, he's a trained psychotic. He fucking knows what he's doing
He
out
might
there.
be scarier than Ibaka.
James Johnson is the most dangerous man in the NBA.
Okay.
At my 4, DeMarcus Cousins. You know
at your 4.
He's versatile. He can play 4 and 5. So just a man that
Can't wait to see who your center is.
my center is one of the biggest humans I've ever fucking seen. Joel Embiid. That man he's fucking huge. And then this one is a player that I'd be shocked for my 6th man. I'd be shocked if you guys even considered him. But this man grew up in a civil fucking war. Has absolutely no regard for life. Zaza Pachulia. Fuck him.
Man. Fuck
I
that
hate
man.
him, but that man
Yeah, he's gonna take your.
has no fuck. Hey, he's got no regard for human life. All right.
We know. We saw what he did. To
Hey, I'm
Kawhi.
just glad no one said Draymond Green.
I thought about it.
I feel like Draymond Green's a fake tough guy.
Yeah, that's
I
what
thought about
I
it.
was thinking too.
I thought about it at first, and I'm like, nah.
Like if I'm in a verbal altercation, give me Draymond 10 out of 10
oh
times.
yeah,
But once it gets physical, I don't really know how well he matches up
I'm
with.
taking Ibaka.
with
I'm
Joel
taking
Embiid.
Boogie. I'm taking James Johnson over him any day. All right. Next, we got all my reasons why I'm actually not going to watch the rest of March Madness because I hate it. Reason number 1.
Lose a little money.
Yeah. Reason number 1, I can't root for Auburn because they beat UNC. And if you know me, I'm actually am UNC's biggest fan. So, yeah. Reason number 2, Virginia has Kyle Guy, and I hate Kyle Guy. He can suck it. Enough said.
But Virginia has Jay Huff, though.
Stop. Reason number 3, Michigan State is coached by Tom Izzo. He refused to take a picture with me 5 years ago in my high school. So fuck him. I don't want his team to win. And reason number 4, Texas Tech ruined almost every single one of my brackets. I had them going far, but not Final Four far. Good for them, good for the program, but I don't care
Who are
enough.
gonna have beat
Not
Texas
And they
Tech?
ruined what?
I said not good for the pockets.
Yeah, not good for the pockets. If anyone wants to donate to
Yeah.
my foundation I'm starting, that'd be wonderful. So, yeah, I am actually not watching March Madness. I will be doing absolutely nothing on Saturday, and then Monday, I think the championship game is.
Why don't you go into the Bulls game on Saturday?
Yep, I will be going to the Bulls game instead, actually. I already forgot about that.
If you want to donate to Antonio's fund to help him get back his money for losing in March Madness, on Venmo, you can donate any amount of money to Chad Gresham, ChadGresham. Just donate there and just give a quick little sincere apology and a couple dollars, and I'm pretty sure Antonio will be fine at the end of the day.
Last thing I wanted to cover is this new crave that me and my friends got. It's called Margarita Mondays. We just started this new tradition last Monday,
Nod from Nick.
and it might be the single greatest thing I've ever been a part of. And yes, it was from our number one fan, Nick Larman.
Hell yeah.
Go
Bulls.
It's the new crave of the season. Who doesn't want to drink on a Monday? Mondays fucking suck, so why not just drink your sorrows away? They're delicious. You can have multiple, get a nice little buzz going. And it actually shows your masculinity by admitting that you like a girly drink like a margarita.
Shows how strong will you are and strong mind you are. The way you fight off the brain freezes,
Yeah.
It's actually tough.
Yeah, beer doesn't give you a brain freeze.
No. Margaritas.
You drink
Only if the mountains are blue.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
You get the brain freeze only if the mountains are blue.
But only the toughest will say, you know what? I enjoy a nice margarita on a Monday. And that is the end of my locker room talk.
And that is also the end of this podcast. If you like what you heard, if you're on Anchor, you didn't hear the whole thing because I guess they don't tell me that it's going to shut off after half an hour of continuous broadcasting. But if you like what you heard, make sure to follow us on Anchor. I will be getting this onto iTunes podcast very shortly. Also, just follow me on Facebook. Well, follow me on Facebook. What the hell? I guess add me as a friend on Facebook. But if I don't know you, I'm probably not going to add you as a friend. So if you're watching on Facebook, you're already friends with me. So yeah. Follow me on Instagram, though. I'll let you follow me. And J. Cobra Gaming on YouTube. That's where you can catch the live streams recorded and saved of the podcast. Thanks for watching and listening wherever you guys are in the world. I appreciate it. This is Highly Opinionated. And Antonio's got something to say.
I just want to end on this thing. R.I.P. AAF.
Oh, yes. We'll give 8 seconds to, I can't even remember what the full name of the acronym for that football league is.
The American Alliance Football League?
Oh, yes.
All right. Antonio, I'll give you...
that has been 8 seconds of the American
Hey! Let us get 8 seconds. Antonio, I'll give you...
That was 8 seconds.
I'll give you I'll give Antonio 8 seconds to say something.
8 seconds?
Ready? 3, 2, 1, now.
All right. Right when it got popular and right when I knew about it, it ended. That's it.
Wow, okay. Well, let's see what I got.
Right.
Trent Richardson, back. Johnny Manziel, back.
Can you just sign me?
Football all year round, not back.
Do I get my 8 seconds now?
You don't know enough to talk about it.
Yeah, no, I saw there was a big hit on...
All right, fine. 8 seconds. Ready, set, go.
I saw a big hit on Instagram where the guy's helmet flew off. Okay, there's 8 seconds now.
Yeah, and it's been 8 seconds.
All right.
That was the best moment of the whole AAF. That got everyone hyped, like, wow, is this actually not that bad? And it's like, hold up. These are the rejects. I don't want to watch that.
Oh, wait, there's no teams in like Chicago or New York or any of the other massive markets? Oh.
Hey, I want to maybe watch something, but as soon as I was like, I'm intrigued. Oh, they're going under. Awesome.
Wow, we gave them more than 8 seconds.
Chicago Rush?
Yeah, so we always got the Rush. We got the Rush to watch.
I used to watch. I had season tickets.
I think the
for
Rush are gone.
Fuck!
The Rush have been gone since like 2006, I'm pretty
Oh
sure.
my! End the fucking show. Time to drink my fucking sorrows away, boys. Let's party.
All right.
Yeah.
See you guys later. Thank you for watching or listening. This is Highly Opinioned.